You want to be the best? The best commit to showing up before dawn, perfecting form, pushing limits, even when no one's watching. To be the best, you show up always. Every swing, every drill, every sprint matters. You keep going. When the moment is here, you show up ready. Shields.
They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
APNvideo.com is on the air. Today we're coming to you from Mountain View High School in Mesa, Arizona for the 2026 Arizona Youth Football League's Game of the Week, powered by the husband and wife team. Today's game is in the 12U as the Toros and the Arizona Buffs, both teams looking for their first win of the season. And alongside Eric Anderson, I'm Jeff Lowry. Welcome to APNvideo.com. Our game today is brought to you by Shields. We'll be back with all the play-by-play in just a moment.
And welcome back, everybody. Eric Anderson along with Jeff Lowry out at Mesa Mountain View High School out in East Mesa, 85 degrees, a little bit breezy. The wind has kind of cooled down a little bit. The 4 p.m. ball game, a matchup between 12 and under the AZ Buffs. They are 0-4 out of Tempe. Head coach is Nick, assistant Nick, so they've got a couple of coaches named Nick on the staff. The Mesa Toros also 0-4. They are coached by head coach Steve. So the coin toss at midfield, we will see who gets the ball first. We'll have to wait and see as they did it ahead of time. Mesa in the red uniforms, in the black, looking a little bit like the Colorado Buffaloes or the AZ Buffs. Quarterbacks in the ball game for the AZ Buffs, Talon Provencio, we're number 10. Mario Moreno, 15. Carter Baker, 4. Ezekiel Perez, also a running back for the AZ Buffs. For Mesa, Coulter Rose will be the quarterback. Kamaya Barksdale, 84, will be the main running back. Jimmy Mays, Braden Baker, Josiah Fritton also will get a lot of carries for Mesa. So get things underway. Here are a couple of 0-4 teams trying to get their first wins of the season. We're sponsored by the sporting goods store Shields. Shields Sporting Goods. It's located outside the Chandler Mall down in the Southeast Valley, and also the husband and wife law team, Mark and Alexis Breyer, husbandandwifelawteam.com. If you've got wrongful death, personal injury, find the husband and wife law team. They will do everything for you and get you underway. So Mesa will kick off. We will see Colton Rose doing the kicking off. Ezekiel Perez, 24. And Carter Baker will be back to return the kick for the Buffs. Perez on the far side and Baker here on the near side. Colton Rose, who will kick off, also is the quarterback for the Mesa Toros. First 2 ball games this afternoon, the Gilbert Lightning beating the Mesa Toros in the 13-under matchup 25-8. 2 p.m. ball game, it was Goodyear Junior Mavs 26-0 over the AFD Warhawks. So getting the ball first will be the Buffs. It'll be Rose kicking off in a high boot from the 30-yard line. It is Baker. Straight ahead, has an alley, cuts it to his left. It's going to be a foot race down the sideline. It'll be Carter Baker going all the way for a touchdown. A 70-yard kick return by Baker. And it's 6-0 in favor of the Buffs on that opening kickoff. Carter Baker in a foot race down the left side. It'll be 4 10-minute quarters. And just like that, the Buffs take a 6-0 lead here, the opening play of the ball game. Well, we'll see if the Buffs go for a 1-point conversion. That is, if you run or pass it in. If you kick it, it is worth 2 points. So we'll see what the Buffs will do on this. Buffs leading opening kickoff return of 70 yards by Carter Baker. It appears that the Buffs will either run or try to pass this in for a 1-point conversion. Both teams trying to get their first win of the season. Both are 0-4. Not really sure what the holdup is here on the extra point try. Personnel decision, somebody coming in late to the Buffs huddle. A timeout is called by the Buffs. So with that quick kick return, not everybody was on the same page for the Buffaloes. So the Buffs having to call their first timeout. And that was just to try a point after. But I guess when you get a kick return, not everybody is ready. You know, they're still getting everything ready, and they're not thinking the opening kickoff is going to be returned for the touchdown, of which it was a 70-yard kick return by Carter Baker of the Buffs. Take a look at the instant replay as he showed great speed up the left sideline. Mountain View High School opened in 1976 out here in East Mesa. 8 state championships for Mesa Mountain View. It's Jess Parker Field. Taking a long time for the Buffs to get people set for a 1-point conversion. The AZ Buffs out of Tempe. It's like the Colorado Buffaloes. Moreno, the quarterback, will go under center. Backs in the I formation. Carter Baker, the tailback, taking a long time for just a 1-point conversion. Buffs for a 1-point conversion. The handoff to Baker. He's hit and dropped in the backfield. Grissom with the tackle. And the score remains 6-0 in favor of the Buffs. Right around 9:50, I would imagine, remaining in the first quarter. So a quick start for the Buffs, but they are turned away on their 1-point conversion. 70-yard kickoff return by Carter Baker. For Mesa, Colton Rose will be the quarterback wearing number 44. Kamaya Barksdale, 84. Jimmy Mays, 76. Braden Baker, 0. Josiah Fritton, number 3. And the Buffs, a lot of guys they rotate on defense. Carter Baker will return the kick 70 yards for a touchdown. Will do the kicking off. Rose 67 and Fritton back deep to return this kick. Fritton on the near side, Rose on the far side to return the kick for Mesa. Carter Baker will return the kick 70 yards to give Buffs a 6-0 lead right off the bat. Will kick off for AZ Buffs. Ball on the tee. Things really taking a slow start here. And Baker boots it out of bounds on the far side or on the 40-yard line. It'll be a penalty. See where they spot that ball. I think they seem to tack on about 5 yards to where it goes out of bounds. They're saying it went out of bounds the 42-yard line on the line drive. And I believe they will spot it at the 47. That seems to be every level of football, whether it be high school, lower high school, junior high, pros, college, they seem to have different rules at every level. And they seem to change them about every year. First down and 10 for Mesa from their own 47-yard line. They trail at 6-0. 9:50 approximately remaining in the first quarter, 4 10-minute quarters. Colton Rose is the quarterback who goes out of the shotgun with 4 receivers on first down and 10. Josiah Fritton is the running back. And a whistle is called and a stoppage. It is offside against the Buffs. It'll cost them 5 yards, 1st and 5. Mesa will have the ball at the 48 of the Buffs. So a little bit of a slow start to this ball game. Buffs already had to call a timeout. The only thing that wasn't slow was the opening kickoff return for a touchdown. 1st and 5, Mesa from the 48 of the Buffs. Rose out of the shotgun. On the end around, going from left to right. A tremendous hit on defense that time by Moreno. And a massive hit. Tyler Rose that time getting the carry. And he was hit and dropped after picking up a yard. Mario Moreno, 15, with a textbook tackle for the Buffs, 2nd down and 4. Buffs leading 6-0, about 8 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. 2nd down and 4, Mesa from their own 40, I should say from the Buffs' 47. Rose out of the shotgun, he heaves it deep down the left side, a man wide open. It is complete. And he's gonna fumble it down around the 3-yard line, and recovering it is Tyler Rose. It'll count. He made the catch, fumbled it, picked it up, grabbed it at the 3-yard line. A 44-yard gain. It would have been a touchdown, but Tyler Rose juggled it for a second, but recovered his own fumble. Gain of 44. Mason knocking on the door, 1st and goal at the 3 of the Buffs. The Buffs leading 6-0. 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter. So Mason knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Fritton the tailback. Man goes in motion, a handoff over the right side. Vincent Castano going over the right side for the touchdown. We're tied at 6. A 3-yard touchdown run by Castano. It'll be a 2-point conversion kick for Colton Rose. It'll be Josiah Fritton to hold this to tie, break the 6-6 tie, and that kick is low and it's into the line. It's no good. So the score remains tied at 6, about 7 minutes remaining in this opening quarter after the 3-yard touchdown run by Castano. Broadcast is sponsored by Shields Sporting Goods out of Chandler. It's a destination, one of the top sporting goods stores in the country, right next to the Chandler Mall. Also the husband and wife law team, looking for help on a personal injury or wrongful death case. Look up the husbandandwifelawteam.com. It's Mark and Alexis Breyer. Their ads all over TV and billboards. So we're tied at 6, about 7 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. No operating scoreboard, so we'll do the best we can to estimate the time remaining. It'll be up to the referees. Perez on the far side, Baker on the near side, Rose to kick off. He boots it to the far side. And Perez lets it go out of bounds around the 20-yard line. It'll be a penalty against Mesa. Be interesting to see where they mark this ball. if they only move it up 5 yards, that's really not beneficial to the Buffs. And it will be spotted at the 35. So if it's short, if the kickoff is shorter, I know the NFL is going to make some changes this year in their kickoffs again, because there was, if you kicked it out of bounds late in the ball game, I believe it was an unfair advantage to the kickoff team. So they're ironing out some of those. But it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Buffs from their own 35-yard line, tied at 6. About 6 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Moreno, the quarterback, under center. Backs in the I formation, 2 receiver set. They're showing blitz is Mesa, and now we've got the second timeout issued by the Buffs. So they've had to call 2 early timeouts early in the ball game, which they would, I'm sure, prefer to hang on to. Carter Baker, number 4, Ezekiel Perez, 23. Scheduled to be the starters at running back for the Buffs. Buffaloes scored first in the opening kickoff return, 70 yards by Carter Baker. Castano ran it in from 3 yards to tie it at 6. Both extra point tries were no good. The wind has kind of quieted down a little bit. Luis Navarro is the fullback, Carter Baker the tailback. Moreno, the quarterback. Buffs 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. They hand off to Baker, the tailback. He's going to plow his way ahead into a full line of red jerseys, a gain of about 7. Rose in on the tackle. I believe 73. We don't have a number for Monticello Tai. May have been him. Gain of 7, 2nd down and 3 for the Buffs from their own 42-yard line. We're tied at 6, about 6 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Baker, the tailback. Moreno goes under center, 2 receivers set. Pitch it to Baker going right. To the outside, cuts it up, has the 1st down and picks up 4. Taken down by Landon Flynn on the far side. It's 1st and 10. Buffs from their own 47-yard line. Final ball game of the afternoon. We're tied at 6, about halfway through the opening quarter. 1st and 10, Buffs from their own 47-yard line. Baker, the tailback, with 2 receivers, in essence. Navarro, the fullback. They hand off to the fullback, Navarro, straight ahead. Taken down on a nice bear hug. No gain on the play. Big tackle by Elijah Love. It looked like 70, but it's 78. Plugging that interior of the line. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10. Time ticking away with about 4 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Tied at 6. 2nd and 10, Buffs from their own 47. Baker, the tailback. Navarro, the fullback. Moreno under center. Mario Moreno. 2nd and 10, they hand off to Baker. Well, a fake to Baker and a bootleg going left is Moreno. He breaks a tackle at the 48. Stays on his feet, and he's going to pick up the 1st down and more all the way down to the 41-yard line, a pickup of 12. Mario Moreno with a good job breaking a tackle and picking up 12 on that fake, a good fake and a bootleg around the left side for the 1st down. First and 10, Buffs at the 41 of Mesa. We're tied at 6. About 3 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. Both teams are 0-4, trying to get in the winning column for the first time this season. Buffs out of Tempe, Mesa, Toros, of course, out of Mesa. There's actually another team by that name down there, so could be confusion, but this is the AZ Buffs out of Tempe, but I believe there's another Buffalo team down there. First down and 10, they pitch it to Baker going right, trying to get to the outside. He does, slips a tackle. A penalty marker comes in the vicinity of holding. Baker cuts it back. He may go all the way for a touchdown, but counts it goes for 41 yards, but this one's going to come back. Be holding against the Buffs. Baker really has got tremendous speed. He ran the opening kickoff back 70 yards, but this run from scrimmage of 41 yards for a touchdown will not count. So a costly holding penalty against the Buffs. If you're in the area, make your trip down to Shields Sporting Goods down in Chandler. Outside the Chandler Mall, it's one of the biggest sporting goods stores. It's a chain around the country, but one of the biggest. One of the biggest around. First down and 20. Buffs back at their own 49 after the holding penalty. Tied at 6, closing moments of the first quarter. Mario Moreno brings in the play for the Buffs. First down and 20. Buffs back at their own 49. The tailback is Baker. Actually, 3 backs in the backfield. Perez also back there. Handoff to, fake it. Marino on the bootleg going right, gets to the outside. He's going to be close to the first down marker. We're going to say he went out of bounds around the 37-yard line to pick up a 14 for Moreno. The quarterback on a good fake around the right side. It'll be second down and 6. Mario Moreno. Talon Provencio, number 10, also a quarterback. But Moreno gets the starts for the Buffs. We're tied at 6, closing moments of the first quarter. Breezy afternoon out here in East Mesa, temperature 85 degrees. Second and 6, Buffs at the 37 of Mesa. 3 backs again in the backfield. Stacked backfield. Moreno goes under center. Second and 6. Handoff to Baker. Breaks it to the outside, and man holding on for dear life. Tyler Rose holding on for dear life. Wouldn't let him go. And that is going to be the end of the first quarter. We are tied at 6. Buffs will be facing a 3rd down and 2 at the 34 of Mesa.
So, you want to be the best? The best commit to showing up before dawn, perfecting form, pushing limits, even when no one's watching. To be the best, you show up always. Every swing, every drill, every sprint matters. You keep going. When the moment is here, you show up ready. Shields.
They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
And welcome back, everybody. Eric Anderson along with Jeff Lowry. We're tied at 6. Mesa and the AZ Buffs here as we start the second quarter. Change ends. It is 3rd down and 5 for the Buffs at the 34-yard line of Mesa. 3 backs in the backfield. They hand off to Baker going left this time. Tries to bounce it to the outside, but going to be triple teamed and taken down. It was Tyler Rose at the bottom of that with some help from his teammates. A gain of 3. It'll be, they spot the ball at the 30. It'll be 4th down and 1 for the Buffs at the 30-yard line of Mesa. Buffs scored first. The opening kickoff returned 70 yards by Baker. The extra point no good. Castano a 3-yard touchdown run by Mesa to tie it at 6. The extra point no good. So we're tied at 6 early in the second quarter. 4th down and 1. Buffs at the 30-yard line of Mesa. Moreno goes under center. 3 backs in the backfield. Hand off to Baker going left, and he was hit initially, but then bounced off the defender, and I think he's got the first down. A second effort by Baker, who was hit around the line of scrimmage. With the second effort, he got the first down to the 27-yard line. Elijah Love checks in for Mesa. Temperature 85 degrees. It's a little bit breezy. The wind blowing from near side to far side about 7 to 10 miles an hour. So the drive stays alive for the Buffs. 1st and 10 at the 27 of Mesa. Again, a stacked backfield for the Buffs. A bootleg on the fake. Moreno going left, breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, and picks up a couple. Chased out of bounds on the far side by Josiah Fritton. A good job by Moreno to get away from a defender in the backfield. Would have been a loss, but he ended up picking up about a yard. 2nd down and 9. Buffs at the 26 of Mesa. Tied at 6, about 7 minutes remaining in the first half. 2nd down and 9. Buffs at the 26 of Mesa. Navarro, the fullback. Stacked backfield. They pitch it to Perez going right. Gets to the outside, inside the 20, the 15. Cuts it back, dodging tacklers and taken down right around the 4-yard line. Tackle was made by 79 for Mesa, but when you've got number changes, we don't have a 79 on the roster. Well, it does happen. So a big gainer for Perez around the right side. A gain of 21. Move the chains. Buffs 1st and goal at the 5. Tied at 6. 5 minutes remaining in the half. Moreno under center. A bootleg going left. He's being chased. Moreno slips a tackle, cuts back in, and taken down around the 2-yard line. Stop over there by Landon Flynn of Mesa. Gain of 3 for Moreno down to the 2-yard line. Tied at 6, about 4 minutes remaining in the half. Buffs trying to break this tie. Mesa will get the ball to start the second half as the Buffs got it first. Second down and goal for the Buffs at the 2-yard line of Mesa. Moreno under center, stacked backfield. And a whistle is blown, and it's going to be offside against Mesa. Half the distance to goal will be down to the 1-yard line. Second down and goal, Buffs at the 1. They've been running 3 in the backfield, have the Buffs. Baker, Perez, and Navarro. Tied at 6, about 3 minutes remaining in the half. 2nd and goal. Well, you never know, it comes up quick. 2nd and goal, Buffs at the 1-yard line. A handoff over the right side. Baker got the carry. We did get an indication it was a 1-yard touchdown run for Baker. It is 12-6 Buffs. About 4 minutes remaining in this first half, and the Buffs will try a 1-point conversion. That's what they did last time. So Baker with a pair of touchdowns, 170 yards. That one was a kickoff return. The Buffs will try for a 1-point conversion. Delay a game against the Buffs. They've had some issues at times getting everybody the right pieces of the puzzle in the right place. That'll cost them 5 yards, and the 1-point conversion will come from the 8. Moreno over to the far sideline. The 1-point conversion will come from the 8-yard line now. So 12-6 Buffs. About 3 minutes remaining in the half. They go for a 1-point conversion from the 8-yard line. Play fake, bootleg, Moreno going right, breaks a tackle, and he's into the end zone for the 1-point conversion. It is now 13-6 Buffs. Right around 3 to 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Mesa gets the ball to start the second half. Remember, Shields Sporting Goods, one of our great sponsors, one of the biggest sporting goods stores in the country. It's a chain all over the country. This one here is located outside the Chandler Mall. Down in Chandler, it's a destination. They've got everything. And also the husband and wife law team, Mark and Alexis Breyer. If you've got wrongful death, unfortunately, or wrongful death, you could have a car accident, things of that nature, wrongful injury, anything that's wrongful, call the husband and wife law team. Look at husbandandwifelawteam.com, Mark and Alexis Breyer. 13-6 Buffs. Pair of touchdowns by Baker, 70 and 1 yards. Castano, the 3-yard run, touchdown for Mesa. About 3 minutes remaining in the half. Again, Mesa will get the ball to start the second half. Carter Baker will kick off for the Buffs. Fritten back deep on the far side. Tyler Rose on the near side for Mesa, standing around their 30-yard line. Both kickoffs have gone out of bounds by Carter Baker, maybe intentionally. Baker with the ball on the tee for the Buffs. Pooch kick to the far side, and that goes out of bounds around the 36-yard line. And I guess what I've been learning, they'll probably spot that around the 41. Buffs leading 13-6, right around 3 minutes remaining in the half. Game one, it was the Gilbert Lightning in a 13 in their matchup, winning 25-8 over the Mesa Toros. The junior Mavs out of Goodyear winning 26-0 over AFD Warhawks, 10 and under. And right here, the 12 and under matchup, it is the AZ Buffs leading 13-6 over Mesa. About 3 minutes remaining in the first half. First and 10 Mesa from their own 41-yard line. Colton Rose is the quarterback. He will go out of the shotgun. Josiah Fritton lines up to his left. 3 receivers, the handoff to Fritton going right. Bounces outside and picks up about 5 over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Run out by Carter Baker. 2nd down and 5. Mesa with all 3 timeouts. They'll get the ball to start the second half. Buffs with just 1 timeout remaining here in the first half. 2nd and 5, Mesa from their own 46. They trail it 13-6, about 2 minutes remaining in the half. Braden Baker in the backfield for Mesa on 2nd down and 5. The snap is high, and Baker falls on the back of the 36-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10 on the high snap. So that'll take some more time off the clock and bring up 3rd down and 15 now for the Toros back of their own 36. 13-6 Buffs, about 2 minutes remaining in the half. Braden Baker checks out, number 0 for Mesa. Third and 15 for Mesa, back of their own 36. Rose out of the shotgun, a high snap. He fires it deep down the near side, and it's dropped here on the near side by Tyler Rose. The Rose was open. Coverage by Perez, and it would have been a 1st down and a big gain. It makes it 4th and 15. Nice throw by Colton Rose, but Tyler Rose couldn't hold on. Colton bringing in the plays for Mesa. 4th down and 15 for Mesa from their own 36. They trail it 13-6, about a minute and a half remaining in the first half. Another high snap. Rose takes it in, heaves it deep down the middle of the field. Had a man, but a little bit too high. Ball intended for Van Bellew. A little bit high. A nice throw by Colton Rose. And on downs, the Buffs will take over 1st and 10 of the Mesa 36. Buffs leading 13-6 here. Closing moments of the first half. Colton Rose certainly throws a nice ball. And you get down on the field and you realize how small these players actually are. They look much bigger from up above. Mesa will get the ball to start the second half. Buffs leading 13-6, closing moments of the first half. Buffs 1st and 10 at the 36 of Mesa. A pair of touchdowns by Baker. 170 yards for the Buffs. A 3-yard run by Castano for Mesa. 1st and 10, the handoff to Baker. Stays on his feet inside the 30 and continues to fight. Going to mark him down around the 26-yard line, close to the 1st down marker, a gain of 10. So Baker, a nice run, and the clock continues to tick here in the later stages of the first half. It'll be 1st down and 10, Buffs at the 26 of Mesa. Buffs trying to add to a 13-6 lead here in the closing moments of the first half. Baker, the tailback, Navarro, the fullback on 1st and 10. Buffs at the 26 of Mesa. Perez gets back into the backfield. Handoff to Baker behind left guard. He has stood up and continues to fight, and they finally gang tackle him around the 23-yard line, pickup of 3. Baker's a tough guy to tackle. Be 2nd down and 7. Buffs at the 23 of Mesa. Closing moments here of the first half. 13-6 Buffs. 2nd down and 7. Buffs with the ball at the 23 of Mesa. Full house backfield. They pitch it to Perez. Reverses his field. Down he goes. He's stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. Play never got underway. Gabriel Martinez, Love, Mays, other guys in there for Mason. A timeout is called. A loss of 3, first timeout for Mason here in the first half. 5 seconds to go. 3rd down and 9. Buffs at the 25 of Mesa. Buffs leading 13-6. Closing seconds of the first half. Mesa will get the ball to start the second half. Buffs with 1 timeout remaining, Mesa with 2. Third down and 9 for the Buffs at the 25-yard line of Mesa. Buffalo's leading 13-6. Closing seconds of the first half. Mesa will get the ball to start the second half. Breezy afternoon. The wind is at the back of the Buffs now, blowing from left to right. Moreno under center on 3rd and 9. They pitch it to Baker going right. Now he tosses it. It's complete here to the near side. It was Josiah Sanchez making the catch. A little bit of razzle-dazzle. And that, I believe, is the end of the first half. We will head to halftime with the Buffs leading by a score of 13-6.
So, you want to be the best? The best commit to showing up before dawn, perfecting form, pushing limits, even when no one's watching. To be the best, you show up always. Every swing, every drill, every sprint matters. You keep going. When the moment is here, you show up ready. Shields.
They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
So we start the second half. It's gotten very windy out here in Mesa with the Buffs leading 13-6. Mesa will get the ball first to start the second half here. And the Buffs with Carter Baker, they'll be kicking into the wind. He kicks it out of bounds on the far side of the 40-yard line. So I imagine they'll spot that right around the 45 or 46. Buffs with a pair of touchdowns from Baker just kicked the ball out of bounds, a 70-yard kick return on the opening kickoff. Also a 1-yard touchdown run. The lone score for Mesa, 3-yard touchdown run by Castano. So Mesa sets up shop, first down and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Colton Rose will have the wind at his back, 85 degrees. And the wind pretty much blowing from left to right, about 10 to 15 miles an hour. So Rose will go to work. First and 10, Mesa from their own 46-yard line. A long count. Rose going to take it himself straight ahead. Has a little bit of a hole. Has the first down and more up over the left side. Foot race down the far sideline and finally shoved out of bounds. All the way down around the 30-yard line by Ezekiel Perez. 26-yard carry on the quarterback keeper by Colton Rose, and Mesa is in business. It'll be first down and 10 for Mesa. At the 28-yard line, they trail at 13-6 early in the third quarter. And we don't have a 73 in the backfield. They said 84 was Kamaya Barksdale. He may be 73. Quick toss here to the near side. It's complete to Fritton. Races forward inside the 20 towards the 15-yard line and tackled very tough here on the near side. Awkward fall. Carter Baker making the tackle. Spot him out around the 16-yard line. It'll be a 12-yard pickup on that quick toss to Fritton. Mesa moving the ball downfield. They trail at 13-6. Early in the third quarter, first down and 10. Mesa at the 16-yard line of the Buffs. They'd given us a couple of the numbers. Kamaya Barksdale, they told us he was 84. But we do have a 73 that is in the backfield, and that might be Barksdale. First down and 10, Rose goes out of the shotgun. Rose steps up, going to take it himself, bounces to his left inside the 10, races towards the pylon. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. A 16-yard run by Colton Rose for Mesa, and they're within a point of the Buffs. It is 13-12 Buffs. And about 7 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Colton Rose tried the last time, tried to kick the two-point conversion with Fritton to hole, and he kicked it into the line. This to give Mesa a lead. A two-point conversion kick for Colton Rose. The snap, the place, the kick is up. It is good. It is 14-13 in favor of Mesa. And that's the benefit of having a good kicker. We're able to kick, and Mesa with the lead, 14-13, with about 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. A big two-point extra point kick by Colton Rose. And that's the difference in the ball game now. The two-point extra point kick by Colton Rose for Mesa. They lead it 14-13. Right around 7 minutes remaining in this third quarter. So Rose will do the kicking off. Carter Baker here on the near side. Ezekiel Perez on the far side to return it for the Buffs to their own 30-yard line. A lot of the kicks have gone out of bounds so far. Let's see what Rose does for Mesa. Mesa with their first lead of the afternoon. They lead at 14-13, about 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And this booted to the far side and picked up at the 24-yard line by Perez. Perez brings it back, cuts to the middle of the field over the 40, has an alley over midfield, and finally taken down around the 46-yard line of Mesa. 30-yard return that time by Azyfl Perez, and it's good field position for the Buffs. 1st and 10 at the 46 of Mesa. Mario Moreno had been the quarterback in the first half. Talon Provencio had been scheduled to also play. We'll see if he gets in here in the second half. So Mesa with their first lead of the afternoon, 14-13. Baker, the tailback, on 1st down and 10. Buffs at the 46-yard line of Mesa. Out of the shotgun. A low snap and racing straight ahead for an 8-yard pickup. It was number 5. Simply says Beast on the back of his uniform. We don't have a number 5 for the Buffs. It may be Provencio. It says Beast on the back of his uniform. He's the quarterback. A gain of 9, 2nd down and 1. Beast will go out of the shotgun with 4 receivers, 2nd down and 1. Baker to his right in the backfield. A low snap. Beast throws towards the end zone. It's picked off at the 18-yard line. Mesa with the interception. It's Colton Rose, the quarterback, making the interception of that throw by Beast. And Mesa takes possession back. His momentum took him backwards. He made the catch about the 18-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 15. So Mesa takes over 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line, leading 14-13. About 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Remember Shield Sporting Goods, one of our sponsors. It's a destination down in Chandler, right outside of Chandler Mall. The top sporting goods in the country. 1st and 10, Mesa from their own 15-yard line. Rose out of the shotgun on the bootleg. He pitches it to Fritton here on the near side. He's going to pick up about 6. Taken down by Carter Baker. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Both teams trying to win their first ball games of the year. The difference in the ball game, Mesa leading 14-13. The difference, an extra point kick, a 2-point conversion kick by Mesa's Colton Rose. 2nd down and 4. Rose out of the shotgun, 2 receivers set. Fritton to his right in the backfield. A handoff to Fritton going left. Gets to the outside. A penalty marker comes in. He has the 1st down and more, but this one probably coming back. A pair of penalties on the play, and my guess is it's against Mesa. Holding against the Toros. A nice run by Fritton around the left side is negated on the holding penalty against the Toros. It was going to be a 1st down for Mesa, but it's brought back due to the holding penalty. The ball will be spotted at the 11-yard line, making it 2nd down and 14. Another sponsor of ours, the husband and wife law team. Wrongful death, personal injury. Find out, check out the husbandandwifelawteam.com. That's Mark and Alexis Breyer. You'll see their ads all over all over TV, the big billboards. Husbandandwifelawteam.com. Second down and 14, Mesa from their own 11-yard line. 4 receivers. Rose gets a snap, rolls to his left, has pressure, heaves it deep down the left side, and it's off the hands of the intended target. So it goes incomplete. I believe it was Bellou that had the opportunity. Sometimes hard seeing those numbers. Third down and 14 for Mesa from their own 11-yard line. 3 receivers set. A penalty marker comes in on the far side. Illegal motion against Mesa. It'll cost them 5, making it 3rd and 19 back of their own 6-yard line. Mesa leading 14-13, about 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Sometimes the numbers get mixed up here as far as catching the proper number. That's why we were a little bit delayed on that drop pass. 3rd and 19, Mesa back in their own 6-yard line. Rose will throw out of his own end zone, fires here to the near side. It's a little bit too high. Once again at the 12-yard line. That intended for Bellou. So 4th and 19 for Mesa back of their own 6. This is where the advantage or disadvantage of the punting game comes in. Obviously, you would punt on 4th down and 19 back of their own 6, but see what Mesa does. Fritton would be the punter. Fritton standing back at his own 2 yards deep. Nobody back to return the punt on 4th and 19. Fritton, the left footer, boots it away and shanks it to the far side, and it's off the hands of one of the return men on the far side. Nevertheless, it'll be great field position for the Buffs inside the 20 at the 16-yard line. Grabbed by Ezekiel Perez after a very short punt on the far side of about 17 yards. But that's better than having it at the 6 if you are Mesa defending that end zone. Mesa leading 14-13. About 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Buffs with great field position. 1st and 10 at the Mesa 15-yard line. Number 5, Beast, is the quarterback. Didn't have 5 on the roster. 1st down and 10, Buffs at the 15. And now another penalty marker comes in. "12 men on the field, you think?" 12 men on the field against Mesa. It'll cost them 5 yards. 1st and 5. Buffs at the 10-yard line of Mesa. Buffs trying to come back. They trail at 14-13 here with about 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Beast out of the shotgun. The tailback is Baker. He has 2 touchdowns this afternoon. The handoff to Perez going right. Tries to get to the outside. Stutter steps, and he's close to the 1st down marker. It all depends on where they spot him over there inside the 10. They're going to spot the ball at the 7-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Buffs at the 7 of Mesa. Mesa holding on by a thread, 14-13, under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2nd down and 2, Buffs at the 7 of Mesa. Beast out of the shotgun. Handoff to Baker inside, taking on defenders, and he's down to the 1 yard line. Tackle made by Rose. And that is the end of the third quarter with Mesa holding a 14-13 lead, but Buffs knocking on the door at the 1 yard line of Mesa.
So, you want to be the best? The best commit to showing up before dawn, perfecting form, pushing limits, even when no one's watching. To be the best, you show up always. Every swing, every drill, every sprint matters. You keep going. When the moment is here, you show up ready. Shields.
They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
And welcome back, everybody. Eric Anderson along with Jeff Lauer. We start the fourth quarter, the final 10 minutes of regulation. Mesa holding on to a 14-13 lead, but the Buffs knocking on the door. First and goal at the 2 yard line of Mesa. Wind has really picked up, blowing from left to right across the field about 15 to 20 miles an hour. 85 degrees out here in East Mesa, Mesa Mountain View High School. The Buffs trying to retake the lead. First and goal at the 2 of Mesa. The quarterback is number 5, Beast. 2 receivers set. Beast hands off to Baker inside, and he's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. 2-yard touchdown run by Baker, his third touchdown of the afternoon. It's now 19-14 in favor of the Buffs. 1 play into the fourth quarter. So the Buffs have run 2 one-point conversions. They have not tried to kick it. They will try for 1 again here. Beast is the quarterback. Baker behind him. To the left, Perez. A 1-point conversion coming for the Buffs. Hand off to Baker inside. And he's going to come up a little bit shy. Gabriel Martinez coming out of the bottom of the pile, and the 1-point conversion is no good for the Buffs. They're 1 out of 3 in PATs. It is 19-14 in favor of the Buffs. 1 play into the fourth quarter. So a strong wind now blowing from left to right here at Mesa Mountain View High School. This is 12 and under action. The AZ Buffs out of Tempe against the Mesa Toros. Carter Baker will have the wind at his back when he kicks from left to right. Rose and Fritton have been the return men for Mesa. Most of the kicks have been angled towards out of bounds. Baker returned the opening kickoff 70 yards for the Buffs, and maybe that scared everybody else away from kicking it to the return men. Really, nobody is back deep for Mesa. I guess they're just going to let Baker kick it, and he boots it out of bounds on the far side, and it goes out around the 33-yard line. It'll be spotted at the 38. I guess that prohibits any returns. Baker with 3 touchdowns, all the touchdowns for the Buffs. 2, 16, and 70 yards for Baker. The 2 touchdowns for Mesa. 16-yard touchdown run by the quarterback Rose, and Castano a 3-yard touchdown run. Mesa now trailing 19-14. About a full 9 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. It's 1st and 10, Mesa from their own 37. '73 is in the backfield. Now that may be Barksdale. I got his number at 84. We don't have a 73 actually on the roster for Mesa. He had Sully, they had mentioned, and Kamaya Barksdale. 1st and 10, Mesa from their own 32-yard line. Bootleg going right as Rose cutting it up. Shoved out of bounds, but not until he picked up the first down. Rose, a slick run around the right side, picks up 10. Move the chains. 1st and 10, Mesa at their own 47-yard line. Colton Rose can do it all. Passes very well, runs very well, kicks, does returns, and has an interception to his name this afternoon. Our score is 19-14, Buffs leading at about 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Mesa 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Again, 73 in the backfield. 4 receivers set. Colton Rose out of the shotgun. Play fake. Rose throws over the middle. It is complete, and it's going to be a gain of almost 20. Valou making a nice catch over the middle. But a holding penalty, and this is coming back. Mesa has a tremendous play call back, and that's very unfortunate. Colton Rose throws a very nice ball. It was a nice completion to Valou, but that was unfortunate. It's coming back due to a penalty. The ball will be spotted at the 37 of Mesa. It'll be 1st and 20. Mesa from their own 37. They trail at 19-14 to the Buffs. About 7 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Again, 73 in the backfield. Not sure if that's Barksdale. They'd said he was 84. Rose in trouble, and Baker threw him down. And then at the end, to really wrap things up, it was the beast, number 5. Ball is marked back at the 28-yard line. A big loss on the play. It's 2nd down and 29. Mesa backtracking, 2nd and 29, now back at their own 28. They trail at 19-14 to the Buffs. About 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Grady Larson checks out for the Buffs, big 79. 2nd and 29, Mesa from their own 28-yard line. 4 receivers. Rose out of the shotgun. Has pressure, down he goes, back at the 19-yard line. Again, it was Beast leading the charge. Beast leading the charge, as well as Louis Valenzuela. Time to get the calculator out. It's 3rd down and 37. Mesa back of their own 20 as they continue to backtrack after completing what appeared to be a first down. They're all the way back to their own 20 now, trailing at 19-14 to the Buffs. About 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. What type of play do you call on 3rd and 37? Colton Rose, the quarterback, and everybody on offense looking into the sun and going into the wind. Not an easy task. Rose being chased by Baker. Fumbles the ball. It's picked up at the 8-yard line and recovered by the Buffs. Recovered by the Buffs. Luis Navarro recovered that fumble, and some great defense by the Buffs. And they're going to try to add to a 19-14 lead. 1st down and goal at about the 6-yard line of Mesa. Some great defense for the Buffs. The holding penalty against Mesa really turned the tables on them. They'd have had it 1st down inside the 30-yard line, but the holding penalty brought it back, and the Buffs really turned it on defensively. So the Beast brings in the play for the Buffs. 1st and goal, Buffs at the 6-yard line of Mesa. They lead at 19-14 to the Buffs. About 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. They hand off to Baker going right. Cuts it back inside with a second effort. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. It goes for 6 yards. 4 touchdowns on the afternoon for Baker. It is 25-14 Buffs. About 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, and Mesa with their backs against the wall now. The Buffs are 1 for 3 in 1-point conversions. So the AZ Buffs will go for a 1-point conversion. The quarterback Beast will go under center with 3 running backs in the backfield. One-point conversion try for the Buffs. They pitch it to Perez, getting to the outside, and he's in for the 1-point conversion. 26-14 in favor of the Buffs. About 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, and Mesa's in trouble. 4 touchdowns for Baker this afternoon. A 2-possession game for, well, whoever you want to count it for. Whatever that means, I'm not a fan of that terminology. It is a 12-point lead for the Buffs. That means that Mesa needs to score 12 points to tie it, 13 to take the lead, no matter how you get there. It's a breezy afternoon here in East Mesa. Wind now blowing from the near side to the far side, about 15 miles an hour, 85 degrees, and the Buffs in the driver's seat in the ball game, leading 26-14 with about 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Carter Baker will do the kicking off for the Buffs. Nobody back deep for Mesa as Baker has kicked it out of bounds intentionally about every time. He's kicked it to the far side about every single time and knocked it out of bounds around the 30. So that's eliminated any opportunity for a return. That a squib kick, and this is going to go all the way possibly to the end zone. Fielded at the 3-yard line. Fielded at the 3-yard line by Tyler Rose, and he brought it back about 10 yards after he was smashed by several members of the Buffs. Buffs very much in control in this ball game, leading 26-14. 13 unanswered points for the Buffs. About 3 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. And some outstanding defense as of recent from the Buffs. So if Mesa's going to come back, they're going to need to do it quickly, getting a couple of scores. 26-14 Buffs. 3 minutes remaining essentially in the fourth quarter. First down and 10 for Mesa from their own 12-yard line. Braden Baker, the running back. They hand off to Baker, and he's hit and dropped to the line of scrimmage. Navarro, a big-time tackle for the Buffs. Braden Baker never had a chance. A loss back to the 8-yard line, a loss of 4, 2nd and 14. Mesa back of their own 8. They trail at 26-14. Closing minutes of the ball game. Colton Rose brings in the play for Mesa. Second and 14, Mesa back of their own 8. Rose out of the shotgun. Braden Baker, the tailback, 4 receivers. Rose out of the shotgun. Loses his footing. Takes off, and down he goes, shy of the 10-yard line. And it was Moreno making sure that Rose was down. Rose is now injured. Colton Rose, the quarterback, getting up very slowly for Mesa. And a timeout is called. The Buffs leading 26-14 with about 2 minutes remaining essentially in the ball game. Third down and 12 for Mesa from their own 10-yard line. They'll spot the ball at the 9, the Mesa 9. Want to thank the sponsors again. Shields Sporting Goods down in Chandler, outside the Chandler Mall. Husbandandwifelawteam.com for personal injury, wrongful death. Find the Husband and Wife Law Team. The internet, husbandandwifelawteam.com. Third down and 12 for Mesa back of their own 9-yard line. 4 receivers set. Colton Rose out of the shotgun. Looks to throw, heaves it up into traffic. It is intercepted at the 24-yard line by the Buffs. Picked off by Ezekiel Perez, and that should really slam the door on Mesa. Buffs leading 26-14 with about 2 minutes remaining in this ball game, and the Buffs really can just simply probably take a knee. First and 10 at about the 22-yard line of Mesa. Some great defense for the Buffs here, the later stages of the ball game. The Buffs led by 4 touchdowns by Baker, a 70-yard kick return, 1-yard run, 16-yard run. Actually, I should say a 1-yard, 2-yard run, and 6-yard run, so 4 touchdowns for Baker. Buffs leading 26-14, closing moments of the ball game. First and 10, Buffs at the 22-yard line of Mesa. Beast is the quarterback, wearing number 5. Carter Baker is the running back. 4 receivers set on 1st and 10. Beast now goes out of the shotgun. Looks like Buffs want even more. They throw it a backward pass to Baker going left, and he's sandwiched at the line of scrimmage. Rose and Martinez coming up on the stop after a gain of maybe a yard. Well, a loss of a yard, I should say. They spot the ball right around the 23-yard line. Clock will continue to tick as the Buffs leading 26-14, closing moments of the ball game. They'll simply let this clock continue to tick. 2nd down and 10. Beast out of the shotgun. A long count. Baker, the running back. False start against the Buffs. Illegal motion. 2nd and 15. They spot the ball at the Mesa 27-yard line as the Buffs with a 2nd and 15. They lead at 26-14, closing moments of the game. Beast will go out of the shotgun again. 4 receivers. Baker, the running back. And Beast simply takes a knee. And that should run the clock out. So the Buffs winning it by a score of 26-14. Their record moves to 1-4, where the Mesa Toros moved to 0-5. I'm Eric Anderson for Jeff Lowry. Have a good